Hi everyone. I just wanted to take a little bit while I waited for my hair to dry to kind of think about what it is I wanted to do with this channel because I'm kind of starting off with a little bit of randomness. I didn't know what I want to talk about other than spiritual. So I wanted to bring some more focus to what I wanted to talk about. And I think what I'm kind of leaning towards is I kind of want to use these posts to rediscover who I am spiritually. Um, for such a long time, if you watched my very first video, I mentioned that I have been Wiccan for 13 years and I am now stepping away from that. And the reason I'm doing that is I feel that I've spent a lot of time trying to fit into a small box that had the label of Wicca, and now I've stepped out of that and I am finding myself lost in a world that is labeled religion. So I went from something that was too small into something that is way too big. So I need to kind of figure out my own cosmology to figure out what it is I really believe, where it is I want to, what direction I want to take, what it is I want to do in order to benefit myself spiritually. Because right now I'm just swimming in a great big sea and I don't know which direction to turn next. So what I want to do is kind of build some boundaries, figure out what is right for me. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna take some things. I'll leave some things. The things that I leave, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just leaving them out there for others to find, and if that fits them, it works. And in some cases, it may be something that I learn about. It doesn't fit for me now, but maybe in the future it will. Um, so like I mentioned, what I want to do kind of first with this post, it's not going to be a very long post, but I wanted to spend some time identifying what it is I believe right now. Starting to build the foundations of my cosmology to see where it's going, where it can take me, kind of look at what I currently believe, what do I need to learn more about, what can I expand on, things like that. So what I talk about today may be completely different tomorrow. It may be something that sticks with me for the rest of my life. I don't know. But I'm going to start outlining those things and see if it helps kind of clarify things for me. So, starting off some of the things that I believe in. Um, from what I know of animism, I do believe that everything has a spirit. So, I would say I'm an animist, if that's the term that they would use. Things that I want to look into that are related to animism is spiritual naturalism and a dualist pantheism. Those are both things that I don't know a lot about. I don't know exactly what beliefs fit in them, what beliefs do not, so I don't want to say that I would classify myself as those things without really understanding what they are. So I'm going to do a little more research into that. I love philosophy. It was my minor in college, so I'm going to take on some of this spiritualist philosophers, learn what they have to say about it, and see what I think. I am very connected to Earth. I will always tell you I'm an Earth baby. I love rocks and stones. Ironically, I hate gardening. My husband does all of that. I currently have a tomato garden, but I am doing a really poor job with it, hoping I have tomatoes this year to can. Um, let's see what else. So, in that sense, I would have to have a very strong belief with earth and nature. I do believe that there is deity of some sort out there. I have never been one to really follow any of the cultural. I don't follow the Greek, I don't follow the Roman gods, I don't even follow the Celtic stuff. Even when I was Wiccan, I did not even identify holidays with the Celtic names, so I've never really been one to reach out to those things, but I do believe that there is a male and female deity. Whether it's one big deity that's kind of combined with all of the spirits in the world, I haven't quite gotten that far yet. I've always struggled with that, and it's something I'm kind of learning more about what I believe. But I do believe there's a male-female balance. There has to be that male-female balance in order for the world to work correctly, in my view. So those are kind of the starts of my cosmology. That's where I'm going to build the foundation up from. Some things that might be related to my cosmology, they might not. They're things that might inspire me. But things that I want to learn more about is herbalism. As much as I'm not big on gardening, I find an interest in herbs. I'm not even a tea drinker, but the properties that they have and the healing that they can do, that really inspires me, and I want to do more with that. Another thing that I want to branch into, I was one of those Wiccans that did not practice magic. I never identified with the term of witch, so I want to get more into magic. The most I ever did was a little bit of sympathetic candle magic, maybe a few stones or herbs here and there, but for the most part I didn't do very much. I have a very basic skill in magic and I want to learn more about that. I'll probably be practicing a little bit more sympathetic magic. I might post some things that I do on here. I know there's some things I want to do for focus and negativity, and I will put a lot of research into those things, so I want to learn a little more on that. Along with that, I might go into some astrology, but I've never been a huge fan of it. I'm thinking what the next thing that I was going to tell you is I kind of want to look into ceremonial magic, and I think a lot of the symbolism, the astrology is going to come in from that to kind of help out. So those are some things that I want to look into. So if anybody, the one thing that I'm having trouble with is finding really good ceremonial magic sites. Things that have really good information or books that have really great information. I'm not a fan of Llewellyn. I know they do have some good books, but to weed through all of their bad books to find the good books is just not something I have time for right now. So I'm going to reach out to you guys, and if you have a good ceremonial magic book that you can recommend to me, please let me know. Even if it's out of print, I don't care. I will track it down. So those are kind of where I'm at right now. I know there's other things I want to look at, and I know there's a lot more beliefs. My beliefs are a lot more deeper than what I've outlined right here. But as I go with these posts, I think that you're going to learn a lot about me, and I think I'm really going to learn a lot about myself. So bright blessings, and have a great evening, everyone.